Now, I'm sure there's some people out there who believe they can never get scammed, but if this lady walk into your home, she leaving with your social security number. Meet Elizabeth Holmes, the woman who scammed the world out of $10 billion with the promise that she was going to change the medical field. She lied. And it all started because Elizabeth had a problem. Even from a young age, she loved money. Her parents said, girl, what you want for Christmas? She said, stacks. Now, thing is, her parents weren't broke. They had money, but she wanted more. She started going to Stanford University to study chemical engineering, but she started touching her pockets. She said, hold on, I'm broke. She said, professor, when I start getting the real racks? The professor said, well, the real racks, as you put it, is our contribution to science. She said, oh, that's broke talk. So she leaves to study abroad in China amongst the real bag chasers. She said, Shenzai Nali. They said, Juju Ming Li Deren Buhui Wen Jega Wenti. Elizabeth said, man, watch out with all that. I get money. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just start my own business. And that's when Elizabeth decides to start her own business, creating a medical device to be more specific. Now, you need to listen to this next part closely. You know how when you go to the hospital, you get your blood drawn so a doctor could figure out what's going on with your body? Well, Elizabeth's plan was to make a machine so all you'd have to do is get your finger pricked and a machine would scan you almost instantly. Now, the problem is actual blood analysis machines are so sophisticated and require so many parts that her idea was pretty much impossible. In fact, her professor tells her this. Elizabeth said, impossible for you, brokey. I'm gonna figure it out. Elizabeth drops out of school. She started telling people about her company so she could start raising some money. And what I tell you about her in the beginning of the video, if she walk into your house, she leaving with some. Her neighbor gives her $500,000. Her parents start throwing cash at her too. In fact, in just a few months, she raises $7 million. And her company, Theranos, was born. Some of the richest billionaires on earth start joining her. People who used to work for Apple, CEOs, politicians, they all start throwing money at her. She's valuated at around $30 million. She just started. They said, girl, where the machine at though? She said, huh? Oh, it's coming, it's coming. She creates a research department. She rushes in. She says, yo, where my machine at, y'all? They said, girl, I think your professor was right. This